What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the latest episode of The Legislative Director, talking about legislative things. Here she is, Amber, the Legislative Director.
Oh, that's lackluster.
And with her, as always, not the Legislative Director, Jason Thompson.
Couldn't think of a good joke today, huh?
Nope, I'm all out of jokes. Used them all up in the pre-show, warming up the audience that we have here in studio. Give yourself a round of applause off. Woo! Let's hear it. Yeah, look at that. How great is that? We're going to start bringing in people just for this. This is great.
I like it. I love it.
You will hear and see our guests here shortly that are just off camera enjoying the show. But before that, Amber, how are you?
I don't think my mic's on.
That's a bit of a problem.
I'm going to do it though right now while we're talking. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Okay.
It's not on.
Amber, mic's working now? little peek behind the curtain.
Check, mic check. Do I sound okay? Yeah.
One, check.
Then I do think my microphone is now working.
So
my apologies.
For those of you that are watching this, probably a hard cut to us talking again. We had to get the mic sorted out.
I didn't have my mic on.
Full disclosure here on the show. We like to be honest. Amber?
User error.
I wasn't going to say it. How are you doing?
I'm great. We are back at it.
That was almost convincing.
We're back at it.
Yeah, we're back. It is the second half. And there's a lot going on. We have some guests with us here today that we are going to have them come on to talk about stuff, because while it is the second half and there are things happening at the State House, and we're going to talk a little bit about those now, Team AARP Indiana is all over this state. We were up in Gary. We were down in Evansville, back to Indy. We're going to be up in Fort Wayne. Lots happening. Teams all over the place, just crushing it. And we want to bring on folks to talk about that. But first, look, you're the legislative director. Let's talk about some legislative things.
We only have a few things to chat about before we can get our guests on. Okay, I wanted to bring up one issue that we're just monitoring very diligently. House Bill 1334, it was heard this past Monday in Senate elections, and it deals with absentee voting. So we have taken a look at the bill. It adds, it adds some additional unnecessary barriers to requesting absentee ballots. I think breaking it down, making sure that the language, if it's even clear in it, there were a lot of questions. I just wanted to flag this for folks because we will be having at least a few conversations around it, but also if this is something that you yourself would like to reach out about, I think it's important for all Hoosiers to know that this could potentially be moving.
What is this? This is House Bill?
House Bill 1334.
1334. I'm putting it up on the screen so folks know what we're talking about here.
Oh, great.
Look at
that. Multitasking.
Look, Dan's out of town. And so producer Dan.
That just goes with all the things that our office is doing this week.
He's doing
everywhere.
Some work out of town, and then here I am just trying to control this thing here. It's a bit difficult. So I apologize for that. But that's what's going on here. Okay, so we're going to keep our eyes on that.
Yes. And there's just a lot of concern around what voters will have to submit with their application moving forward. Because if this continues to move, there will be a lot of changes that we will have to inform folks of when it comes down to getting registered to vote.
Okay.
Sorry, not just registered to vote, but also requesting your absentee ballot. Yeah, because a lot of those things, when you sign up to register to vote, there's all of these, whether you put your driver's license down, whether you put your social security number down, whether you have an identification number. There's just a lot going on with this bill.
Okay. Well, we're going to keep an eye on that.
We're definitely keeping an eye on it.
What else happened this week?
You're up.
Oh, that's right. So that was Senate Bill 114.
Yes.
If you all recall, this is about receivership, utilities being able to collect from a landlord who is not paying their utility bills. We testified in support of it in committee again. We testified in support when it was in the Senate. Now it's in the House. We testified in the House in support of it. It passed out unanimously again in committee. It seems to, hopefully we're going to continue to see it on the path that it was, because it passed unanimously out of the Senate. A lot of folks like this bill. Obviously, we wish there was more that we could do and that maybe it went further, but this is what we have right now. And it's still something that helps protect tenants from potentially losing an important utility through no fault of their own. So it's a start. It's something to work with, and we'll go from there.
Chairman Soliday even sort of made that comment at the end of the committee. So I guess during whatever, when we were talking about this, is that, there are some things that we still have to talk about, but it's just not going to be this year. Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
I think that's
it.
Well, this week, those are the only things that I wanted to bring up, because none of our other bills have yet to receive a hearing, but we're still very early. This is our first week back. They're still,
But before we bring on our guests and hear about everything else that is happening around this state that they're getting the mix on, do want to draw attention to the fact that our volunteer legislative team will be back in town next week. We are having our coffee cart at the State House, which the reputation has grown. People are asking us at the State House, hey, when's that coffee cart? And we're like, hey, March 14th, 3/14, or Pi Day for those of you that are math fans.
Which is why we're serving little pies.
We're quite clever. So we're going to have coffee. We're going to have pie. We are also legislative director talking about legislative things live from the State House. We're going to do a live show, which is going to be a little nutty. So I think you should check your Facebook right now. It's already ready to go. We're going to be on the YouTubes live, as they say. And then there will be some other things. I don't know how
this is going to go, but
it may just be me by myself.
It might.
Because Amber's going to be off talking to people. But we're going to try to get some legislators on. We're going to try to get some other friends that we have at the State House on the show to chat with us. We're going to be there all day, slinging coffee and pie, and great discussion about legislative things. So, well,
sorry,
that's fine. You know what? I kind of like having people in here. It's fun. It's got like a studio audience.
It is. No, nobody needs to be quiet.
So we got that coming up.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. We'll have all sorts of highlights for that next week. But now we are going to bring on. Oh, wait, I forgot.
You also didn't say anything about our staff video. I would like you to say something about this.
Our staff video. For those of you who are fans on our YouTube page and on our Facebook page, it will be coming to Twitter very soon.
Oh.
I'm just holding my fire on that. It's just too much awesomeness happening right now. We gotta trickle it out.
But it is out there, right?
It is out there for folks to see.
Okay.
Yes.
Was I not supposed to talk about this?
No, you can't.
Okay.
We will. Maybe I'll show a little highlight over the top of this. But we do have a Meet the Staff video that's out there now. You get to see all of the AARP Indiana team, and you get to learn important things like what their favorite emoji is, or most used emoji. Favorite, most used, most likely the same thing. But, so we talk about important things like ninjas or pirates, whether or not you want to go see a movie at the theater or at home. Like, these are like important things that people
Music
need to
or
know.
podcast.
Music or podcast, which everybody should just say podcast, legislative director talking about legislative things. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. All right. So thank you for reminding me about that. Yes. Check it out. It's fun. Yeah. We like to have some fun. It's a part one of a series. We're going to get this. Each member of the team gets a star turn. They're going to get their own video, so you can get a little bit more in depth about their job, what they do, and who they are. So that's going to be fun. So just stay tuned.
It's really good.
Keep an eye on those. So now, are we ready for our guests? All right, I'm going to slide over to a little stool here. We're all going to cram around this little table. We got Emily Gorman. Okay. We have Addison Pollock, Directors of Community Engagement, as they say. Let's see, come on, get her on here. This is a little cozy thing here. Look at this. Look at us. Like, you guys can see yourself on the camera here. There we go.
Andy from Prosperity, Indiana.
You get over here.
He did say we needed a bigger table.
We do need a bigger table.
Look at this.
We're kind of. This is weird. But you know what? Hey, it's good to see you guys. There's a mic. Talk real close. Okay. Yeah. So first of all,
hi.
I for sure need a bigger table.
Yeah, we'll get one.
Let's start with
I
this.
like the vibe of the small table.
Yeah, you know what? It's cozy. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out. I went to lean on something that wasn't here, so don't worry about that. So first, we'll take this in chronological order. So Tuesday night, up in Gary, was it Tuesday night?
Yes.
Yes, both were Tuesday night. Yeah, down in Evansville.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's do.
Okay,
Let's do
Please.
Let's do this first.
Oh, that's right,
Okay.
because this was first.
Okay. So
Yours was in the evening.
Yeah,
Yours.
true.
What time was yours?
4:30 Central Time.
So
Okay,
it was
perfect, yeah.
it was.
So what we're gonna do first, Addison, why don't you
Have
talk
to go in
first about what
chronological order.
happened in Evansville? What were you doing down there?
Right. Well, greetings, everyone. What I did down at Evansville, myself and our two volunteer co-leaders, Diana Van Hooks and Leota Brigham, we presented to the city's Affordable Housing Trust Fund Committee. So what this committee does is they oversee essentially a fund, a pot of money that funds affordable housing in the community. We talked about maybe some aging in place ideas that they can apply when they are considering housing solutions for the community. It was really well received, and it was a really good relationship building exercise. So we're very happy to present to them.
And what I think is really cool is that you're talking about housing there, but also we're doing a lot of housing work on the state level.
Absolutely.
So just how we always talk about this, we want all of the things not just going from the bottom up or the top down. This is like a complete collaboration of our work across the entire state.
Absolutely.
Locally or statewide.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like,
this is true.
Right?
It's got a surround sound
Full
effect.
circle.
You know, yeah, look at that.
Totally.
It's all coming together.
Absolutely.
We're making
Yes.
it happen.
Connecting the dots.
Good work.
and there is a lot of housing, like discussions and items happening down in Evansville.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're part of some conversations right now on actually how to strengthen that Affordable Housing Trust Fund. So more on that to come soon. So
Awesome.
it's all dovetailing very nicely.
Addison, just quickly, I know you actually hosted the legislative director talking about legislative things.
Oh, yeah.
while
Sorry.
Jason was out.
You've probably seen me from previous
but
seasons.
I just wanted to make sure people understood who you were and what you do again. So can you
Sorry.
just really
Yes,
fast?
So sorry. I'm one of the directors of community engagement here. Here's my other, my counterpart. I work in the cities of Indianapolis and Evansville with teams of volunteers to essentially fulfill our mission, execute our mission locally. So, whether it be our livable communities work or our caregiving work, we just try to make sure that we are active on the local level with our outreach and advocacy work. Also work on federal advocacy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a piece.
And you probably know both of them from their show. This is in like and
Shout
subscribe.
out.
Yes.
This is a crossover episode, if you will. So
Really?
Big deal.
you'll see them
Huge deal.
see them popping up. They do host a lot of good stuff on Facebook. Do a lot of Facebook Lives where you bring on some guests from your local communities. Dive in on some subjects. Back in November, you guys did a whole Caregiver Weekly. Spent the entire month of
Yes.
November talking to folks. So check those out.
Those
AARP.org/this is in. You can also search for that on wherever you get your podcasts. You should be able to find it. Definitely on Spotify and Apple. So you can get the audio version of those, or just go back through our YouTube page or on our Facebook page to see all their previous episodes. Got to plug their show. It's great.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. I have zero shame. So that's why I want to make sure everybody knows about it. Now, staying in the central time zone, but at the other end of the states, we're going up north to Gary. Emily Gorman, take it away. What were you doing up there?
Well, I went up to Gary with our two volunteers, Maddie and Mary, and we gave testimony in support of an ordinance that was going to give funding from American Rescue Plan funds towards our mobile mental health units. And so it was really exciting to be up there. The energy in the room was incredible. Lots of really passionate people in support of this, including the entire council. And so by the end of the council meeting, the ordinance passed with a unanimous yes vote.
Nice.
So it was $1.5 million worth of funds going specifically for mobile mental health units, so crisis response and things like that.
Which leads me to say we are engaging in Senate Bill 1, which is the Behavioral Health Matters Bill. We've talked about it on here previously. And this came to us actually from folks in Gary.
Yeah.
And it led us to support this particular initiative and get a little bit, dive a little bit deeper into mental health and what that looks like even for aging Hoosiers. And that's what's so great, because we're working on Senate Bill 1 here, and then you were able to go there and talk about not only the work that and help pass that amazing initiative in Gary, but talk about the work that we're mirroring on a state level.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think it's amazing, and we are very grateful for the folks that brought this to us for and requested our engagement on a statewide level, because you're doing a lot of that work on the local level. So
I should give a shout out to them.
Yeah,
Faith in Indiana.
Yes,
Right.
Thank you. I was hoping you would. Yeah,
they are a group of wonderful volunteers for that organization who brought this to us and inspired all of that.
Yep.
So,
and what I love
exciting.
is that money is now going to be earmarked for that mobile mental health unit. Unfortunately, though, as on a state level, Senate Bill 1 still does not have funding in the budget. So we will be continuing to put pressure for those funds to be included. And this can be an example of why it's so important what other work is doing, or what other communities are doing around the state to fund mental health.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Good work, both of
That was
you.
great.
Let's see. Continuing on, what else happened? So we're recording this on Thursday. Also at the State House, Addison sat on a panel for Representative Shackelford's Indiana Senior Day.
Yep.
So there were several legislators around there. Like I said, it's hosted by Representative Shackelford from here in Indianapolis. Addison, you were a part of a panel. Tell us a little bit about what that was like.
Sure. I was part of a panel of providers. So our friends at SECOA, our friends at FSSA, Social Security, SHIP. Who else was there?
Let's see. I was just trying to look at Social Security. Oh, you already said Social Security.
Our AAA friends. Yeah.
Office of Medicaid Policy and Planning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but basically we went around and kind of talked about some topics that are very relevant to the older adult population in Indiana, the older Hoosier population. We were asked about our advocacy work and why it's important for older adults to engage in the advocacy arena. And basically because this is how we divvy up our shared resources, and your voice matters, and it means a lot when you reach out to your elected officials. So that's essentially what we described, and I think it was very well received, and folks I think are really pumped to be engaged going forward. So it was great. I had a great time.
I was very grateful that you did that. I know people are like, how did you rope Addison into doing that? And honestly, one of the things that we try to do, again, in our office is match up our state level advocacy with our local work.
100%.
And since Representative Shackelford is from Indianapolis, a lot of the folks that were there today were from Indianapolis. And so we wanted to make sure that we made that connection of not only me at the State House doing our advocacy work, but that we have someone in the community and is trying to tie together all of our work, what you do
100%.
in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I appreciated the invitation. Thank you, Amber, as always, for
You took a lot of
making that
time out of your day
connection.
today.
Oh, it was really good. It was a great event. It was a really good turnout, and the energy in the room was palpable.
It really was. Yeah.
So it was always great to see all the legislators. There was it was a great show from both sides of the aisle. It was awesome.
Yeah. And I will say thank you to Representative Shackelford and her legislative assistant for setting this up. They did give us a massive shout out today. Not to mention Representative Clear, who spoke. He also mentioned us over the microphone. And then also the Senate Minority Leader, Senator Taylor, he caught me taking a picture of him and decided to give me a shout out over the mic. So I know that it was really great to see everyone there and taking part in this day. And I'm just really glad we could be a part of it.
Yeah,
So
same here.
thanks.
Thank you.
Addison.
We'll be there next year.
And thanks for taking pictures. Hopefully we can.
Yeah, Jason, thank you so much.
Sure.
You're awesome. Man.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I try.
I mean,
I try.
I tried, but your pictures are better. So
Yep.
thank
I
you.
made sure everybody know that too.
Yep. You
Put
did.
it in the group chat. My picture's better.
I wanted everybody to see Addison, and I sent a picture, and then Jason sent a way better picture.
I'll tweet it out later.
Yeah. We'll put it up on the screen right now. We'll put my photo up.
Oh,
probably-
what?
Side by
You're
side
maybe
comparison.
looking at it right now. So anyway, Addison, Emily,
Okay.
thank you. We
What else?
We have something else maybe. Like I said, we're recording this on Thursday. Friday, we're supposed to be heading up to Fort Wayne with our Greater Fort Wayne Inc. Chamber of Commerce folks. It's supposed to snow.
Yeah.
So we'll see how the weather goes for us. But we'll,
it'll be great.
We'll go up there. We'll see some of our friends.
Play it by ear.
To see how the weather goes.
The show must go on.
Exactly.
Yes.
So hopefully we will be up there. We're talking to our friends. And
The show must go on. Even in 4 inches of snow, folks.
It doesn't matter. It's March and it's snowing. I'm over it.
Put your snowshoes on.
Snow snooze? Some snow snooze? All right. We're good.
I'm sorry, I can't even say it.
That's totally making the cut.
Snowshoes.
There we go.
Okay. Woo,
Well,
that was close.
So, recap. We were up in.
You guys are so glad this is happening.
This is great.
We need to do this more often.
This is great. The crossover is fantastic. So
Yeah.
to recap, Evansville, Gary, Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, across the entire state, all in 1 week. What will they do next week, you might ask?
What will next week bring?
I can tell you what it's going to bring. A coffee cart on Pie Day. We're going to have coffee. We're going to have pie. We'll see you there. Maybe. If not, that's cool too. But just know that we're going to be there recording this live or broadcasting it live, recording other parts of the show. Can't wait to do that. What else is there? This is in. Check out their show. Like, subscribe. Tell your friends. Legislative director talking about legislative things. Like, subscribe. Also tell your friends. We're going to do more of these crossovers. This is too much fun. This table is too small, but this is too much fun.
The table has to stay.
So,
you are definitely enjoying yourself this time.
I am enjoying myself. I like having the audience here. I mean, they're not there anymore. They're right here. But I like having them here. They're good people. They're doing good work. Want to make sure that you know who they are. So I get to check out their show. This is in. Continue to like our show here. And, I just appreciate all of you guys. This little tender moment for us.
Fantastic.
What a time to
Thanks
be
for having
us.
To be alive.
Well, we will. This has been great. Thank you.
Seriously.
Wonderful.
Okay, let's end it right there. You got anything else to say?
Well, you cut me off.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not used to seeing this right up close.
And personal. Yeah.
They're used to seeing it from afar.
This is great.
Okay, what do you got? What else do we have?
I forgot.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well,
next time
on the Legislative Director, talking about legislative things. We will see you then.